Value of the day. I know well over 3,000 are gone. I'll tell you all about it right now. Yum. Oh, if you could smell it in these studios, oh my goodness. But you know what? The second you get these, you're gonna wanna grill them up. They are so tender and so moist and so flavorful, which is why Wagyu beef is known to be amongst the most expensive meat in the world. Well, Chef Curtis Stone, he's given us the hookup. He has 2 butcher shops out in California. He can source the best of the best, and Wagyu beef, truly, in my opinion, is the best of the best. Each burger, if you go into a restaurant to get a Wagyu beef anything, it's like, woo! It's a serious treat. As it breaks down in our today's special, and you can choose whether you're getting a 12 count or a 24 count. You can choose if you want single ship or auto ship. And then you can choose, do you want these delivered right now? And you should say yes, because they're just so good. Or you can have us hold off and wait and deliver them June 16th, right around Father's Day. So those are the 3 options. Just choose how many do you want. The more you get, the better the buy. As a matter of fact, in the 24 count, it breaks down to less than $5 a burger. And they're really nice 5-ounce size burgers. They're so moist, so tasty, so delicious. And that's what makes this a far cry of the best amongst all options. So definitely I invite you to take advantage of it. The item is 92218. You can do a 12 or a 24 count. The better value, you can see we didn't double the price for the 24 count. We went from $79.95 today to just $119.95 today. So without further ado, our dear friend, Chef Curtis Stone, joining us from Four Stones Winery Farm out in California. Wow, I know you've had a busy morning, and it's so great to see you.
Have.
Thank you for being here today.
Oh, it's nice to see you too,
And
Carrie. Look, at the end of the day...
burger.
Oh, yes, you go ahead and get it. Now, I'm actually going to show you this item as well. This is my food storage. It is insulated, right? The burgers in here came off the grill about 15 minutes ago, and look how steamy and incredible and delicious they still are. So this is a great little addition to your purchase today. I'm going to take a few of these out because let me just show you how beautiful they are on the inside. And then, of course, if I wanted to keep the others hot, I just lock in the heat by going ahead and closing that again, just like that. So I lock in the heat and I'll put that to one side. Okay, here are my 3 burgers. Wagyu. People ask me all the time, what actually is Wagyu? Well, Wagyu refers to the breed of cattle. So just like we have Angus or Holstein or any other breeds, look at this perfect medium on those gorgeous burgers.
Wow.
Oh, wow. So the breed here is Wagyu, of course. Now, what is Wagyu known for? It is a breed that originated in Japan. These cattle are coming from Australia. So in that beautiful, pristine environment that we know and love Australia for, the reason we have such wonderful beef out there is because of the environment. Have a look at the juiciness on these burgers, you guys. So that's partly because it's Wagyu and partly because of how it's raised, beautiful farms that we source these from, and have a look at that succulence and that juiciness. So every single mouthful is going to be as juicy as the last. Kelly, the fact that you can buy this for $5 a piece, less than actually, it really is unbelievable. Come over with me. I just want you to understand, if you pick up the 24, look how many burgers you're taking home. All 24 of them coming to you. Lock in the price with auto ship, you guys. More people are choosing the auto ship than the single ship. That's great because it means you're locking in the price. Here's the bad news. It means the auto ship's going to sell out first, right? So if you want the auto ship, grab it. Here's how they come. Perfectly individually packaged, so when you want one, you take out one. If you want 4, take out 4. The great news is you'll have these in your freezer for Memorial Day, for Father's Day, for 4th of July, all summer grilling long. And if you do lock in the auto ship, you decide on the cadence that they keep coming to you. So if you want them for every 90 days, you get them every 90 days. If you want to stop that auto ship, you just go ahead and stop it. Let me show you how easy they are to cook, Callie. You take them out frozen, right? You can see them, still frozen solid here. I'm just going to drop them into my pan. All right, now I'm cooking them in my DuraPan griddle. This is actually a square griddle, and I've got my grill press that I'm going to pop on top of that down here. Thank you, Matt. That grill press is cast iron. The reason I use that is just to give it that little bit of extra char, especially if you're cooking them from frozen. Now, even though we're cooking these from frozen, 3.5 to 4 minutes on either side cooks the burgers. It is that quick, it is that simple, right? So they come out. Now, what I do suggest is when they come off the grill, you go ahead and stick them in your insulated food storage container. That way no bugs get to it. It's the perfect environment for them to rest. And you can see that steam billow out the second I open that up. So let me take out the other 3. Now, like I said before, these were cooked about probably 15, 20 minutes ago now. And have a look how steamy, hot and fantastic they are. Let me go ahead and cut right on through and show you the inside. Now, I've asked the guys to cook some medium, some well done, because I want you to see.
Oh my gosh.
It doesn't matter how you cook them. They are just so delectably juicy and succulent. Every mouthful, Kelly. Go ahead and have a taste.
Oh my gosh.
Tell me what you think.
I'm telling you, I mean, it is ridiculous. I've been on auto ship for your Wagyu beef for over a year for sure. And I'm like always amazed every time I pull them out, and I love the fact that they're individually packaged like this, instead of like all being in one big package, because sometimes they can freeze together, one at a time. It is so good, you guys. This is not a regular burger. This isn't Angus beef. This is Wagyu. It is definitely, I mean, I did a lot of research on Wagyu, because back in the day, I was like, why the heck is Wagyu beef so expensive? Yeah. If you go to a restaurant, it's like, I heard guys say they're like $26 a burger, and I know the restaurant he was talking about. There's a reason why. It's the way the cattle are grown and what they're fed, where they're, you know, what their environment is like, and they just, the juice is for real because of the way the beef is. I mean, there's a lot more of, I guess it's marbling throughout the beef, which is bringing out that beautiful juiciness that you just saw in that waterfall that you just cut through for us. And I know you know a lot more about beef than I do, but I just think it's a fascinating thing. It is known to be amongst the most expensive meat in the world. Just not here today. And thanks for hooking us up with the Australian cattle, because they are, I know Australia is the second most dominant when it comes to Wagyu beef production, right back on the heels of Japan.
Outside of Japan.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. We have incredible breeding stock down there.
Yeah.
And that's why you get to see this incredible marbling throughout the steaks and that beautiful juiciness if you turn those steaks into burgers, which is exactly what we've done. So when I call this a steak burger, that's exactly what it is. It eats like a steak, it tastes like a steak, but it has that delicious tenderness of a burger. Let me cut through this. Let me just show you when I cut through it. Now you can see this isn't undercooked. Right? This is exactly how you want it. Look how juicy that is. And you can just see the juice dripping off that beef, right? So every single slice will be the same. You can see it right there. Right? You can just imagine biting into that. So whether it's medium rare or whether it's well done, like this piece here, have a look at how juicy it still is. That little tiny bit of pressure I put on it just shows you how juicy it is. And when you have a taste of it, Kelly, oh man, the richness. It's so full of flavour. Oh, I'll tell you what, that is so good, Kelly. I'm sorry. I'm talking.
Trust me.
With my mouth full as
I'm
always.
having a personal moment here.
Oh well.
They're so good, and every burger is so juicy and thick. These are 5-ounce burgers. Excuse me for talking with my mouth full. It's impossible not to. They're so good. You are going to fall in love with the taste, the flavor. There's a beefiness. There's just, it's just such a far cry of anything, unless you've tried Wagyu beef. Okay. Treat yourself. If you decide against it, if you get them and go, yeah, it's not as good as I expected, you can send them back. But I think you're going to be absolutely blown away. And then, I'm going to say it again, if you get the 24 count, it's the best value because it's less than $5 a burger. And these are 5-ounce burgers. They're big, and they're all consistent. I mean, these are expertly crafted. This is the ultimate gourmet experience, no question about it, without spending ridiculous money. Groceries are expensive. Wagyu beef is amongst the most expensive thing that you can buy in any grocery store or in any restaurant, and you are getting a steal of a deal today, just in time for our summer grilling season. So I'm already 3/4 of the way through this burger, Chef. I can't stop.
Oh, yeah, I don't blame you. That's why you want to get the 24, Cal, because I tell you what, people come back for seconds when it tastes this good. Let me show you the colour that you get on these burgers, right? So whether you're doing it in one of my DuraPans, you can see that beautiful char, that wonderful sear. And of course, that was in part thanks to that beautiful grill press that I put on the burgers. Have a look here. So you can cook them as regular burgers. If you want to add cheese, be my guest. Watch this. I'm going to go ahead and say, let's go ahead and make them into the most delicious cheeseburgers. You want a little help melting that cheese? We got you covered. We've got a cloche for you that will fit over all 4 of those. You can use this outside on the grill as well. Thanks, Matt. And here's the burgers that I put in just next door. Look at this. Look at that char again. Now, if you want to turn it into something else, Callie, you can. Just go ahead. I'm using my chopper here. This is from my chopper and mash set. I'm chopping up some of that beef, right, that beautiful burger. I had 3 in there. This is probably going to be enough for 6 people in the end. I throw in some peppers, maybe some onions, maybe some garlic. I've got a little bit of chili sauce. Turn it into tacos. Turn it into a bolognese. Turn it into a chili. You can turn it into so many wonderful things, and it is just so easy to do. I'm going to move my burgers up the front here. Matt's going to bring me that double burner because I've got something to show you all. When you're outside cooking on the grill, here's what I want you to know about this little vessel. This, my friends, is an insulated, so you can see, just like a thermos, that stainless steel keeps the insulation. Watch what I can do. I can say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, keep on going, 7. I've just put 8 burgers in there. What you do next is you pop the lid on. Now, guess what? We've just locked in that temperature, right? We've locked in that heat. I'll leave it here for 10 minutes to prove to you when they come out, they're absolutely perfection. You can grab that, thanks, Matt. And that's what's so great. No bugs. It gives it a little time to rest, because you should rest the burger for a minute or 2 before you stick it into the bun. And then, of course, you can enjoy it. So over here, Callie, is where I put my cheeseburgers. Let me show you how they've come out. See how that cheese is perfectly melted. And as soon as that happens, you know what you're going to do. You take those Wagyu burgers. I can't believe that we're able to do this for $5 a burger.
I can't either.
And, by the way, deliver them to your door for free.
I know.
The beautiful thing is, Callie, these are coming from somewhere that you know the quality. Imagine, I always call it mystery meat. You know, you go to the supermarket and you open up a package of burgers. Where did the meat come from? How do you know where that came from? How do you know the breed? How do you know the feed of the animals? We take care of all that for you. Let me show you a little video of my butcher shop, Gwen. Here's what we do. We have a handful of really highly trained butchers, right? We get the best of the best. It really is all about sourcing the greatest quality. And we do that for our Michelin-starred restaurants. Of course, we do that for our events companies, that we do all sorts of big, fancy events. One of our biggest customers at the butcher shop are private chefs. And what I mean by private chefs, they're working for families, they're working for celebrities in and around the Los Angeles area. They always come to us to get the very best. Ooh. Well, now you can get it too. You can get it literally delivered to your door. You don't have to come and visit us in Los Angeles, although we'd love it. If you ever do come to LA, please stop by the restaurants and say hi. There's me and the team. And I tell you what, I started as a butcher. It's one of my biggest joys is sourcing wonderful quality. Now, it's been a few minutes. Imagine if these burgers now just travelled from outside to in on a sheet tray. Guess what? They go cold, wouldn't they? Check this out. You ready? You just unlock it and have a look at that beautiful steaminess. You get that perfect temperature in there. I'm going to take a few of these out. 1, 2, and 3. And then if you want to keep these hot for someone else, you go ahead, you pop the lid back on. I'll sit those to one side.
What a smart idea. There's the item number, guys, 882405 on that. That's a brilliant product.
Isn't that great? Oh,
and look at this product. Oh, my goodness. I know your crew is eating well out there. Our crew on this end is eating well as well. And what a treat it is. And I think it's so impressive what you just shared about your butcher shop and restaurant, Gwen. I have had the pleasure of being there, one of the most extraordinary dining experiences I've ever had, and I kid you not. It was amazing. I was so impressed. The decor, the staff, so well trained, so friendly. And then knowing the whole butcher shop is up top. I didn't realize the whole part of how you have so many private chefs that come to get your meat to bring to their celebrity clients. That makes complete sense because they want the best. And you give us and you provide the best, not only to us, but of course in your restaurants and all the other side businesses that come along with it. So this is really, really a treat. The Wagyu beef that is sourced from Australian cattle, they are fed so well. They really are. They're taken care of. That's part of the reason they're, you know, the result is so delicious and moist and tender and fantastic. They, I think, are grain fed for the last 300 to 500 days, and then I think some of them are even fed red wine to just give the flavor something special and enhances it so much. We are showing you all kinds of ideas here too. We've got Kat in the studio with us, Chef, making some tacos and a steak salad.
Oh, Kat, they look good.
Don't they look
thank
good?
you.
Yeah. What else did you make for
Delicious.
us,
So
Kat?
delicious. Well, I made my favorite burger, which for me is I put a little bit of mustard, I put a little bit of ketchup and a little bit of mayonnaise, and then I put just some shredded cheese on top, and then I put a little piece of bacon. And I like the shredded lettuce because it's just easier for me to eat all at once. And then that's it. That's my favorite burger.
That's your go-to?
Yes, that's my
Kat.
favorite. But I love it because it's so easy to make. I can just pull one out of the freezer at a time. You know, it's just super, super, super easy. If there's one of us or three of us or four of us, I can just pull that amount out of the freezer because they're all individually wrapped. And then I can either chop it up to make tacos or chili like Curtis said, or I can, you know, make an actually delicious burger or a salad because my husband doesn't eat any bread, so I like to chop up a burger and put it on the salad. Just makes it a little bit of a different way to serve it. And it's so great, so easy, it's delicious. You don't really need to add anything.
No,
so I don't like to add too much stuff to my
true.
burger because you don't really need anything else.
The flavor is so good. It's almost hard to like want to mask it with anything.
Absolutely.
Chef, how do your boys like the burgers?
Oh, they absolutely smash them, Callie. I tell you what, there's something about Wagyu. Now, the one thing that you will notice, if you go to a store and you look at Wagyu steaks, what you notice is the marbling, right? The intermuscular fat. Why is that better than just cutting fat from the outside of the muscle? I'll tell you why. Because it has way more flavor, right? So when you're grinding meat that has the intermuscular fat, the fat's already there. You don't have to add fat to it for moisture. And this is the result. And this is what's so special. I'm just going to go ahead and cut through this one and show it to you. Have a look at how juicy and succulent these burgers, I nearly said these steaks are because they look like steaks.
I know.
Right? But the burgers are just so divine and delicious. So whether you're doing them as burgers like I am here, you saw me just spooning some tostadas straight over the top there, and that is a beautiful way to do it as well. It is just such a beautiful, easy thing to be cooking as well. Like 6 minutes total. I'm talking three minutes or so on either side. Now, you can cook them from frozen. Over here, I've defrosted them because I'm going to chop them up. So this is my defrost cutting board. This is the defrost side, of course. I'm going to go ahead and toss these into my pan, and you'll see them start to sear immediately. On the other side of that board, it is the cutting board. So defrost on one side, cutting board on the other. You can see that steam. Now, if you want to use that grill press, I'm going to grab one, drop it on top, just like that. That just gives you that perfect sort of connection if you're cooking them as burgers. If you're going to do them as sloppy joes, like I am, here's what I want you to do. Grab my chop and mash. This is my chopper, and I go on in here. If you don't have one of these, you could use the side of a wooden spoon, but this sure makes it quick and fast. Right, I'm going to chop up that beautiful ground beef. You don't need to add any fat to the pan whatsoever, so just chopping that up. Then I add a little flavour. I'm going to add a little bit of onion. I'm going to add a little bit of garlic. So we're now making Wagyu sloppy joes. Can you imagine telling your friends we're doing some Wagyu sloppy joes? I can hear Dave's tummy rumbling from here. Dave, my cameraman's got a big old smile on his face because he knows this is going to be his lunch. Don't worry, Dave, I got you, mate. Then I pour in a little barbecue sauce, just like this, right? And then I give that a toss, right? In a couple of minutes, I'm going to be spooning this over my burger buns. You guys, burgers are just the beginning. Now, about 20 minutes ago now, I put a bunch of burgers into my little insulated food storage container. Look at this. Look how steamy and fantastic that is. Again, full of heat. It's a brilliant place to keep your burgers once they come off the grill. I'm going to go ahead and take 3 more out. If you left one of these burgers sitting out, of course, it would go cold. Let me go ahead and show you what these look like on the inside. You ready for it? I just cut straight on through. I'm using my new chef's knife. This is available as well, Japanese steel.
It just blows my mind every time I see it.
Isn't that something else? Now, these are cooked medium.
Oh my goodness.
Still a
Just
little pink,
perfect.
of course. Yeah, it's just perfect. Now, if you want to cook them well done, I'm going to get you some well done ones in a moment just to see, because even when they're well done, they still will be super juicy.
Well, let me show you one of the... Yeah, sorry to interrupt you.
I was going to... Not at all.
I was just going to
cut
say...
some from the edge.
Kat just brought me my second burger. This one a little bit more well done, just to show you what that looks like, because obviously I like what you've been cooking up out there, but this a little bit more well done, still so juicy. I'm telling you, how is this possible? I'm on my second burger. I'm not doing the buns, but I'm telling you, it's kind of a guilt-free moment because it's such good protein. And you don't have to. A lot of burgers that you get, they're so full of fillers. That's what makes them so big in a lot of restaurants. This is all meat. Each one of these, every single one of them is all meat, Wagyu beef. And I do want to remind you how we're doing in terms of quantities, because you can only imagine. We source what we can get, as much as we can get for a day like today. Very, very popular. And here's the most limited option. If you want this in the 12 count on auto ship, we have a couple hundred, that's it. So there's a 12 count option or a 24 count. 24 count is the better value. It's less than $5 per Wagyu beef burger. And then you can do whichever count you want, do it immediate shipment and right now, or do you want to set yourself up for this value, free shipping for every couple of months for a full year. This is a today's special price that you will enjoy for a full year by doing auto ship. You can cancel that at any time if you want to. If you're overloaded, you can skip a shipment, you can send a shipment somewhere else, but it is definitely something to consider. But the auto ship in the 12 count is the most limited. So do a single ship and auto ship, and then do you want it delivered now, or do you want us to hold for a bit and ship it to you June 16th, just in time for Father's Day and all the big all-American holidays. So at this point, I know we're gonna be putting a clock in on the screen here. We are taking every order that's coming through, and thousands of you have said yes to this opportunity. You've gotta try it. Wagyu beef is one of the biggest treats in the world, and you deserve to try the best. Even though it's one of the most expensive meats in the world, this is certainly not the place where you're gonna find the most expensive. It's the least expensive, and they're absolutely delicious. So I'm going in on my second burger. Chef, don't judge, I'm so sorry.
Don't you worry, I'm going deep on my sloppy joes over here, Callie, because I can. I mean, imagine serving these Wagyu sloppy joes at your next barbecue or your next grill out. I tell you what, everybody's going to be pretty happy with you. Only invite your good friends, because they'll keep coming back for more, I promise you. So out of 3, did I do 3 burgers in here, Matt? I think I did 3 burgers, and look at what I've just turned it into. I've just easily turned that into 6 feasts. So while we're saying it's $5 a burger, or less than $5 a burger, if you do what I just did, you're making it even more economical, right? So look at that. So you can do that. You can, of course, be pulling your burgers straight off the grill. I'm putting it into my insulated storage container. I can't talk highly enough about this. It is a customer pick. We launched it once. It sold out the first time we brought it to you. Guess what? It's selling out again. Look at that beautiful steaminess that comes out of those burgers. These have been off the grill for some time, by the way. Let me take a few out. 1. You know what? Let me just show you one. I'm going to show you that I can cut through these. Now, this one's a bit more well done. 1, 2. Look how big it is. 5 ounces. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 slices of that gorgeous burger. Now, let me show you the juiciness. Because if I pick a slice up, this is a well-done burger. Look at that. Look how juicy and succulent it is every single time. It's just unbelievable. Now, if I take a few of these and just pile them up for you, because I do want you to see every mouthful that you get is going to be as succulent and juicy, no matter how it's cooked. You can see how these are cooked. These are sort of more on the medium well side. Look how juicy they are.
It's just flowing. And that's just the best of the flavor. That is all the juices that you want. They're in the burger. They're not, you know, I mean, most burgers end up getting so dry. These are so juicy, so moist, so tender. I mean, that Australian Wagyu, what an association you guys have out there, and what an incredible resource for us in this country. Thank you. I mean, you're Australian, you've got the hookups, you've got the connections, and we are the beneficiaries of it. And I can't thank you enough for bringing us such good food. We're going to be talking about your salmon a little bit later on in the show. And for anybody who's new to HSN or realizing Chef Curtis Stone, I know y'all love him and know him. He's here at HSN. It's one of our biggest brands at HSN. His culinary #1 in all culinary divisions. And amongst all brands, the most highly reviewed amongst all brands in every cross category. So we are really, really lucky. We are lucky to have him and the way he sources delicious, high-quality foods for us. Today, by the way, free shipping on it and free shipping on everything. Don't forget about FlexPay. Even on food, you can pay a little but get it delivered. You can pay as little as on our today's special. I think it's $26.65 to get your 12 count, or if you want to get this in the 24 count, it is also on FlexPay. So again, 12 count or 24. Do you want a single shipment or an auto ship? Do you want this immediately delivered, or do you want us to hold off and wait until June 16th? What an amazing opportunity. As we continue along, we're going to share with you some of the incredible